Hello again. I've got another Netgalley book that I've been sent to review. I sent it digitally, so I think you can see the cover of that one. It's by Jonas Jonasson. Jonas Jonasson. And it's called Sweet Sweet Revenge Limited. Now, he wrote, does I find it, The 100-Year-Old Man Who Jumped Out of a Window and Disappeared, or Climbed Out of a Window and Disappeared, which I absolutely loved. And so that was why I was excited to read this one, because The 100-Year-Old Man I gave a 5-star review to. I also read one of his other ones, Hitman Anders and something or other. I know Hitman Anders comes in the title, and that one I liked, and I gave that one 4 stars too. So I was really excited to read this one, Sweet Sweet Revenge Limited, which, as the title suggests, is all about revenge, about get a company that deals with exacting revenge for you. So if someone upsets you and you want to take revenge, you'd hire this company and they would do the revenge for you. It didn't engage me. I am so sorry. It did not engage me as much as the other two. And there are some funny parts of it because, like the 100-Year-Old Man, there are some absolutely hilarious parts that do make you laugh out loud. But I didn't find the majority of the characters engaging. I don't know what it was about them. In fact, after the first two or three chapters, I almost DNF'd it because the character Victor, I just did not like him. I did not like his ideologies, and I did not want to read a book where this man was spouting all his beliefs and all his ideologies. But I did persevere, and I'm so glad I did, because the middle of the book, when his ex-wife Jenny and his abandoned son Kevin, when they are trying to get revenge on him, those parts are just so hilarious. I'm glad I persevered. I'm glad I gritted my teeth and carried on, because that was the part that made the whole book worthwhile for me, that center section. Because Victor is an absolutely odious man. Maybe that's the author's intention. Maybe those first 2 or 3 chapters are designed to make you, the reader, think he is so obnoxious that he deserves everything he gets. Maybe that is the reason why he made him so awful. But it almost made me put the book down and not finish it. The main character that I did like was Kevin's adopted father, and I'm going to say this totally wrong, Ole Mabatian, and he's a Maasai medicine man, and his experiences when he goes over to Sweden to try and track down his adopted son Kevin, and his experiences coming to terms with a culture that he doesn't understand, with a way of life he doesn't understand. Again, it is so endearing and so funny. And again, it was those parts that made the book worthwhile. In fact, he is one of the funniest characters I've ever come across in a book. Ole. I'm just getting my notes to see what else I was doing. Again, when it got to the end of the book, the ending of the book was satisfying. The conclusion of the revenge bit was satisfying. But then we had an epilogue that I didn't think added anything to it. So this is a very mixed review. I found it a very difficult book to sum up, because the centre section was absolutely hilarious, and you just kept turning again and again, turning the pages again and again and again, because the situations were just so funny. But the beginning and the end, I could take or leave. You know, just give me the middle section. So it's a very mixed review for this. Yeah, I did like most of it, but there are a couple of bits that I just didn't like. So that is my review of Sweet Sweet Revenge Limited, and I am sad that it didn't match up to my expectations after The 100-Year-Old Man. So, but thank you, Netgalley, for letting me read it. And if you like this video, if you want to hear me talking again, you know, subscribe and get the notifications and you'll know when I'm on here. And I'll see you next time. So happy reading. Bye.